Mic on.
Alright, good afternoon folks, and welcome out to the fourth round of our Caribbean Special Class Championship, which is currently featuring the V8 Supercars. And we're currently at the track native to New Zealand, Pukekohe. I was told it is pronounced. And you can see right there in the video description, that is how it is spelt. We're currently waiting here to head into official qualifying. Microphone test 1 2 1 2. Gotcha. Alright, welcome out guys. They're in the chat. Sean Romdeo, Mr. Brilliant, Low Key, and Madeha Malik. Or Malik, sorry. What's going on, guys? Are you guys excited for the fourth round today? I sure am. As we are currently waiting for, let me give you a quick update on the standings of this championship. We've currently got Justin Nasseir leading the charge there with 75 points. As the guys are leaving the pits, we've got Christian Rajnauth heading out there, followed by Rahul, Nasseir, Marlon, Young, and Oswin Wilson. And we've got Martin Webster, Klaus Clint. To begin our official qualifying session here for the fourth round, and we've got Jamaican Kurt Moss there coming up behind. Right, so these are the points here. Justin Nasseir basically running away with this championship at the moment, and for that sake, he's not even here today to compete with these guys. He's comfortable there in the lead. Marlon Young, though, has got his teammate very close behind there. 48 points and 38 points respectively. Martin Webster with the 38 for Team Xplay. And they're followed by Sean Lee, who's definitely not far behind either, running for Team Cams with 33 points. And we've got Christian Rajnauth representing Team ER Racing with 25 points there to cover off the top 5.
Like this.
As we're waiting, the guys here are a little bit stacked up. Let's get back to the front of the pack. So we've got, there we go, Christian Rajnauth leading the charge now. He's the first one on his fast lap. So let's look at what he produces here in his sprightly colored, liveried Holden Commodore. Marlon Young sticking closely behind Rahul Nasseir there, probably to capture some draft from him. Christian Rajnauth comes around the penultimate turn now to begin his flyer here. That previous lap was 105.931. Wow! He's losing it just a bit there, Christian. We're gonna stick with him here.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Thank you.
Gotta see Marlon pull back this championship. I'd love to see him pull that back. It's been Justin Nasseir with the charge throughout the entire season. They've even got ballast on their cars, but Justin Nasseir has managed three wins in a row. Christian Rajnauth, they're falling a little behind there from Marlon Young and Rahul Nasseir. Oswin Wilson goes fastest though with that previous lap, as they're falling into the tally at the moment. Still got a lot of time left though, as we are currently looking at Oswin Wilson represent the British Virgin Islands here in his Holden Commodore. Yes, we do have two more manufacturers on the field. It's the Nissan Altima. We've currently got Martin Webster and Marlon Young. Oh, Oswin a little bit too hasty there on the pedals and brings that car around. Let's head back to Christian Rajnauth, but there's someone else leaving the pits right behind him. Oh, it's a little bit shaky on the exit of that turn. Oswin is back out of the pits, and we've got Kurt Moss there right behind Christian Rajnauth, still to manage a time here on the server. So let's see if Christian can manage to go a bit faster here on this lap. I don't believe it's going to be a faster one. Ooh, but you never know. He's very close here. No, definitely not. 7/10 off there. That's a long shot there from Christian Rajnauth. Oswin Wilson still on his outlap. What about Rahul Nasseir? Seems as though he's on an outlap as well. Oswin should be beginning his fast lap now. He's 5/10 off on his fastest time. That'll put him into 104s for sure. Let's see if he can manage to hold on though, Oswin Wilson. He's got to work the hardest here at Pukekohe to stay in contention of this championship. That's not gonna be the way to do it. No, it's not, Oswin. He's got to definitely do that one back. Kurt Moss finally registering a time there on the lap, and then he teleports back into the pits. What about Rahul Nasseir? He's coming around the back end of the track now to begin his flyer. Oh, he's on a flyer here, and he's only 1/100th of a second away, and he goes even faster there to replace Kurt Moss from third position. And he's about 2/10 away from Oswin Wilson's fastest time, but that's not the way to do it there. Kurt Moss now exiting the pits here. Oswin is trying again. On an outlap here, Oswin, and we know he can go faster. I just want to see him attain that at the moment, so we're going to stick with him for a bit. No, he's gonna cancel that lap actually, Oswin. So then where is Kurt Moss here? Looking quite smooth there, Kurt Moss, but a little bit of grip being lost there at the rear end of the Holden Commodore. As he zips by us. Smooth on the power here, Kurt Moss. Short shifting as well. He's 3/10 down from Oswin's fastest time. Ooh. Jumping off of that curb and landing oh so hard, but he comes across the line now. Ooh, it's almost as fast as Oswin. 104.931, ladies and gentlemen. 5/10 away from that top spot, Kurt Moss. Let's see what his first split will be here. Second split, I apologize. We got Danny Nasseir losing it there. He's 3/10 down from his fastest previous time there. So this one is not a flyer. Don't expect him to be on the top of the podium unless he can do something different here with this section. It's fast, ladies and gentlemen, that's for sure. Oh, but no, it's not gonna be again. Another 5/10 away. Oswin's just sitting in the pits right now, looking at all this go by as they're trying desperately to match his time. A little bit of wheel spin there coming out of that turn there from Kurt Moss. Oh, he's managing to catch these slides, Kurt Moss, but no, that one's way too much there. Losing a lot of time there, so he heads back into the pits. He doesn't like that setup. He's gonna go and change maybe. Ooh, Marlon Young heading in here a little bit too fast. I already saw that from the get-go. And Kurt Moss is back out of the pits. So let's see if Rahul Nasseir can decrease his deficit here. So Marlon Young and Oswin Wilson all together. Ooh, not like that though. So that one's going to be cancelled for sure. Christian Rajnauth having the third fastest time throughout the week here. Has got a lot of catching up to do here. He's still in the 105s. Nope, that's all wrong there. Coming out the penultimate turn. He's gonna go for another fast one here. Martin Webster, one of his favorite tracks, he said. Apparently has not got this Nissan Altima where he wants it to be. He's currently 6th in the time rankings at the moment. Ooh, Sean Lee there in the Ford Mustang, right behind Martin Webster. Losing it there. Sean registering a time to put him in 9th at the moment. He's got a lot of work to do here. We're just going to stick with Martin Webster. First sector split is right here. He's 2/10 down from the fastest time through there. And now he's lost even more time as he's 6/10 down through that section there. Not going to be fast here on Martin Webster on this lap. It is qualifying, so I'm not sure if he is trying to work on some other setting here. Comes across the line now. Does he improve on his previous time? He does, to put him in 5th position there. But it just wasn't fast enough to take that top spot away from Oswin Wilson. So he crosses over Christian Rajnauth, who's in the pits at the moment. Rahul Nasseir is now getting set to come across the line here. Ooh, he did improve there, but it's not enough to put him ahead of Marlon Young, who he's currently sitting 400ths behind. This is Marlon Young. The top two. Wow, Kurt Moss goes even faster there. But John Green, ladies and gentlemen, in the Ford Mustang, takes that top spot away there from Oswin Wilson with a 104.259. Wow. Oswin right behind John Green here. Probably trying to get close enough to see those lines from John. John is just on a different level. He handles that wheel spin oh so nicely, and is still 1/10 up. Sorry, 100ths up on his previous fastest time there. It's not much, but it's still faster than his previous time. He comes across the line now. Oh, he's down though, but by just 0.003 of a second. Oswin Wilson heads back into the pits. Meanwhile, John Green begins another flare here. John Green sliding that car. He's going to lose it here. Heads into the wall. Kurt Moss back to him. He has now exited the pit here. Meanwhile, Marlon has just begun his fast lap. Rahul is on an out lap as well. Sean Lee is going to come across the line here with a registered time. He did go faster there, but remains in 8th position. What a nicely liveried car here by Sean Lee, representing Team Cams. Bit of oversteer there for Sean Lee, messes up his timing for sure. Comes across the line here now as he goes through the penultimate turn. He's way back on the time of Oswin Wilson, and he does not manage to improve there on that lap. He's got Martin Webster currently in front of him. Martin's going to want to stay out of the way here as he just exited the pits. He does. Sean Lee does get by here. but I do believe Sean has lost a bit of time there. Let's look at the first split as he goes into this section. Sorry, the second split. He's not up. He's definitely not up. Around a penultimate turn. He looks very speedy here. It's a 105.6. Oh, does not manage to improve on his previous time there. Let's head back to Kurt Moss. I know Kurt has got the ability here to go faster in this Holden Commodore. As he prepares himself. 10 minutes left in the session. Oh, he messes up there. He's gonna bring that car right away around and teleports it back into the pits. John Green is back out on track here. We did see a 103 from John during the week. What can he manage here today? He's already gone fastest with a 104.259. We're going to stick with John now and see if he can go even faster. Jumps that curb there. Puts that V8 supercar in the air. A 10th up, but it's too much into that hairpin. He loses the back end and had to correct it, so he's lost approximately all of that time that he gained there. Comes across the line now. Is he still down, John Green? Yes, he is. Let's take a look back at Kurt Moss. Comes across the line now to begin his flying lap.
Oh, he does.
Oh, he's down by 600ths of a second. And they're all on track here as we are under the 10-minute mark. All except for Oswin, that is. And John has just teleported back into the pits there. Ooh, Kurt Moss. So close now. I think he's got it. He's got it above Oswin Wilson here. As he comes around the penultimate turn. Oh, he does not. That last section has messed him up. So he heads back into the pits. John Green comes back out, but where's Marlon Young? Says that he has begun his fast lap here. They're all on the super soft compound tires at the moment. Marlon Young's gonna head back into the pits there. After messing that one up dearly. Oswin though, back out on track. He's on his outlap here, it seems. And we're about to head into crunch time here. Oswin heads into the pits. Kurt Moss just beginning his flyer here. Heads into the second, completing the second sector here. He's 3/10 down on his time. The fastest time set through that sector by John Green. Seems as though he's losing a lot of time through there, Kurt Moss. Comes across the line, he's 7/10 away from that top spot, unfortunately. Christian now beginning his fast one here. He's not managed to get that pace which we saw from earlier in the week. Tight on the turn in, Christian Rajnauth looking very, very clean. Oh, he looks very, very fast here, Christian Rajnauth. Oh, he does go fifth fastest there with that time, 105.523. I can see that one coming. Does he continue here on his fast lap? Oh, he's already 3/10 down. But he's only 1/100th of a second away from the fourth position. So if I was him, I will stick it out here to try and better Marlon Young, put me up one more spot. Losing almost a second though in that second sector, so this might not be it here. Or is it? Yes it is. 105.484 to put him up one more position there, Christian Rajnauth. And John Green breaks into the 103s with a 103.765. He was right behind Christian Rajnauth there. John is going to feel very satisfied, I suppose. He's not even worrying about competing anymore here in his qualifying session. I think he just wanted everyone to see that he's capable of going faster. And he has here, with 6/10 separating himself and Oswin Wilson. Then we've got Kurt Moss here, who's looking to complete a fast one. No, he's beginning one at the moment. He's got a 104.438 is his fastest to put him 6/10 away. He's not that far away from Oswin Wilson. So will he get up on that? Will he manage to get up in that into that second position here? Not seeing any time being calculated for him. There's 1.5 minutes here left in this session. Short shifting there to get on the power early, because these cars love to wheel spin there under acceleration. mean, the V8s just want to bark. So he's got one more lap here to put down a fast one, Kurt Moss. They've all got different ways in going through that section there. And I find it quite strange that Christian Rajnauth is managing to do it much more smoothly there on a controller. However, controller does have its limitations, and that's why he's more than a second away from the top spot. Ooh, Marlon Young has managed to better Christian Rajnauth there with that previous lap. And Christian is still back out on track, but we're currently looking at Kurt Moss here as he goes around the second sector. Oh, he's still down by 7/10 here, so it's waste. Oh, Rahul Nasseir comes across the line in 4th position, pushes Marlon Young and Christian Rajnauth down. But that's the end of qualifying here.
Thanks.
Christian Rajnauth does have an opportunity to go one more time. Looks like he's going to go for it. Martin Webster and Rahul Nasseir has given up. So let's stick it out here with Team ER's Christian Rajnauth. Ooh, that seems a bit too slow there from Christian. But the car probably felt unstable. And why he begged it to go slower, he seems... I'm not getting the timing registered here for Christian Rajnauth. Just gonna have to wait until he comes across the line. But that's what I was talking about. He's got a different approach to that turn, and it does seem faster. Oh yes, he does it! He goes faster than Marlon Young to put himself up into 5th position. Well done there. Congratulations, everyone. Well, John Green, Osmond Wilson, Kurt Moss there managing for us this 3 times. Great run there by you guys there in the midfield as well. This is going to be a good one. I expect you guys to take it easy and enjoy yourselves. Be good and have fun. Alright. I'm just gonna try and get myself into position here now for the start of this one. You can see them all there in pit lane. So as we head into overtime here,
mic off. Mic on.
Alright. So the time, they've got a bit of time here to between bouts here. I might be on track when the race gets going. So I'll try to get out of the way. Don't worry about it. Alright, as we've got the timer coming down here. This seems like a better look to get you guys started. As we are ready for the 4th round of our Caribbean Special Class Championship here, featuring the V8 Supercars at Pukekohe.
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck, guys. Yeah, thanks.
"30 seconds, no comms, no comms." Alright, we're just about ready to go here. 20 seconds left on the clock, and then we will see the beginning of the sequence of our countdown lights, currently being shown on screen at the moment. We've got 6 to be lit, and it begins now. 5, 6 lights are on, and they are off. Kurt Moss with a very slow start there makes Christian Rajnauth have to pull out and to get going, but they're all on the way at the moment here. On the inside is Oswin Wilson, who's now going to have to touch back bases, but he gets a whole shot there ahead of John Green. Oswin Wilson with the whole shot is Oswin Wilson, followed by John Green. Rahul Nasseir very close behind, followed by Marlon Young, Martin Webster, and Kurt Moss. Rahul Nasseir having a look on the inside now on the break-in. There they go. He's got it, Rahul Nasseir. He heads into 2nd position now. What has happened to the start with the start here for John Green? He's losing so many positions here. Well, 2 so far is a lot in my books. Meanwhile, Oswin is gone and he's not looking back here. It's a little bit hectic down the line with Christian Rajnauth and Sean Lee. Sean Lee trying to hold his own here. Back up in front. Look at that lead already. 1.5 seconds almost. Rahul Nasseir trying his best here to stay in contention. Meanwhile, the teammates from Team Xplay very close together here in 4th and 5th position, but they're currently being challenged here from Kurt Moss. Moves over to defend is Martin Webster. He's trying to tuck back in and be on the break in here, not to touch his teammate. So slow here, Martin Webster now to get back on the throttle. So meanwhile, Marlon Young is trying to run his race. He's pushing his teammate back into the clutches of Kurt Moss. Kurt looking very racy behind him. We ride now with Kurt Moss. Gaining, but this is not a place to pull a pass here. He's got to maintain his distance here in order to capitalize on this back straight. He's not close enough, Kurt Moss. Losing out so much there on the start. Christian Rajnauth does claim a position over Danny Nasseir now. Martin Webster also slow. I'm pretty sure Kurt touched that bumper. How slow Martin Webster was. Christian very racy behind Kurt Moss now. Danny Nasseir making a mistake there, as well as Klaus Clint. Sean Lee all the way back into 10th position there. Unfortunately, Sean not being able to practice as much throughout the week. Kurt sees Christian coming. They're all on faster laps there between 3 and 7. Meanwhile, Oswin Wilson extends his lead to 2.7 seconds. Kurt seems closer now. He is. Has a look on the outside. Martin Webster moves over to block, but way too slow. So that's gonna cap. Oh my gosh. We saw that one coming. Martin Webster, you're gonna have to give that position to Kurt Moss.
It's y'all, man.
Kurt seems like he's out of this one here. Martin Webster making a very slow move over to block Kurt Moss there. He is waiting for Kurt to get back in the race, but Kurt is gone. That's what you call rage quitting here in racing, in gaming. He's gonna have to take some time there to cool off. Martin Webster seems like he feels very bad about it. He's not even trying to race anymore, I suppose. Or he's just going to head back into the pits now. Meanwhile, we head back up the field. Oswin Wilson has... Oh, but he's going to lose the rear end. He does! Just as I said, he's managed to open up a 4-second lead. Well, it's good that he did, because he's managed to hold on to that first position because of the lead he had. Rahul Nasseir was unable to capitalize on that one. Meanwhile, it seems as though Marlon Young has had a problem as well. Christian Rajnauth now ahead of him. Martin Webster's in the pits. I'm not sure if he's done there. Rahul Nasseir now is on a charge. John Green has fallen back just a bit here, or he's probably saving tires to try a one-stop pit stop. So Rahul, he's, let's look at the pace here as Oswin comes across the line. He's doing a 106.1. Rahul's doing a 107.3, so he's losing time there. And John Green's doing a 107.2 as well. Is Christian Rajnauth. Marlon Young with a 107.1, so Christian's going to come on the fire there from Marlon Young any moment. And we've got to watch Rahul Nasseir as he's going to come under pressure from John Green with those times that he's producing. So Marlon faster between position 3 and 4. As we settle down now into the race, it's Oswin Wilson with the lead. He's back up to 3 seconds now, 3.5 seconds. Followed by Rahul Nasseir there, who's got some 2 seconds to play with to John Green, who's ahead of Christian Rajnauth by some 2 seconds as well, who's got Marlon Young behind him with about 2 seconds as well. 105.9 being registered there, the fastest lap of this race. John Green with a 107.0, the second fastest there. So Oswin is trying to capitalize here on John and being stuck in that third position. Five seconds now on the clock. I think Rahul is getting worried about some person behind him as well. John Green crosses the line even faster than his previous time there. 107.029, so he's even closer now to Rahul Nasseir. That's where Rahul is losing time there. Still managing to stay ahead here, Rahul Nasseir. On the inside, he's having a look, John Green. Rahul Nasseir is trying to defend for his dear life here, but also closes John Green. Has he got the exit speed here now? Tucks in behind Rahul Nasseir. 3:10 separates them. Oh, he's losing the rear end. He jumps the curb and he makes a lot of mistakes here. John Green, he faces the other direction, loses 2 positions in the process, and he's probably going to lose a third here. Across the line is Oswin Wilson with a 106.591. Christian Rajnauth can see Rahul Nasseir even better now. Christian with a 107.6, so much faster than Rahul Nasseir with his 108.9. Ooh, just a little bit shifty there from Christian Rajnauth. He goes over that curb a little too hard there, loses a bit of time to Rahul. Closes the gap now.
Yes. Yes. Crazy.
Christian now is pressuring Rahul. He's closer now down the back straight here. Oh, just a little bit too much there from Christian. He does manage to capture it, but he still manages to stick very closely behind here, Christian. What is the pace now from Rahul Nasseir? He does look like he's ahead here. 107.3, it's a 107.5 there from Christian Rajnauth on the previous lap. Losing about a tenth and a half there. But he's so much better through this section here, Christian. You can see him even closer now, 6/10 away, as opposed to being 9/10 away through the last sector. Sean Lee with a 107.2 there, his fastest of the race. Meanwhile, Oswin with a comfortable 9-second lead here over Rahul Nasseir. And who is uncomfortable? Rahul Nasseir with Christian Rajnauth. No! Does Rahul see him just barely? To his own fault. Christian does manage to get back going. And Marlon Young misses his breaking point as well. Oswin Wilson pits there. Christian Rajnauth crosses him over, as well as Rahul Nasseir. So Rahul is now on the 14th lap of this race. Ooh, that back end is struggling, I suppose, from having to defend so much from Christian Rajnauth, but he's currently in the lead of this race with 6.5 seconds now, Rahul Nasseir. Klaus Clint pits. Where's Oswin Wilson? He's returned to this race here in 6th position, with Danny Nasseir and Marlon Young ahead of him, not that far away. Oh, it's a mistake there from Danny Nasseir. Oswin Wilson's going to capitalize on it. Yes, he does. And John Green as well heads into 2nd position after Christian pits. Oswin claiming back another position there for his lead. On his way back to his lead, I should say. And next up is Marlon Young. Staunch rifles here at CSRO in any class. Marlon is still to pit. Oswin, Christian, and Klaus have all pitted already. Back on the power, right next door. Oh, Marlon giving him the position here. Neck and neck into the hairpin. They go. It's close, but they touch doors on exit. Marlon almost pushing Oswin off the track here, but he does get by. Marlon apologizing, as that was not planned, of course. But he does get by and heads back into the 3rd position here of this race. On a charge there, Oswin Wilson heading back to the top spot of this race, as Rahul Nasseir and John Green still have to pit. Christian rejoining the race here in 7th position is some 10 seconds away from Sean Lee. He is supposed to be in the fight for 3rd. sorry, second there. But with John Green back in contention here now, it's probably going to be a fight for third. Martin Webster has rejoined this race here, but he's one lap down from everyone else. Rahul Nasseir across the line now. 109.3 and a 107.7 there from Rahul Nasseir and John Green respectively. So John Green 2 seconds faster than Rahul Nasseir there on that previous lap. Christian Rajnauth with a 106.5, ladies and gentlemen, doing better here than the guys ahead of him. Look, Oswin already seeing the duo there of Rahul Nasseir and John Green. Oh man, Oswin is so comfortable in this car on this track at the moment. 2.5 seconds away from John Green. Let's ride with Ozzy. Sean Lee now up into 5th position there. John Green is on the soft compound tire, as well as Sean Lee here, as they've got longer strategies playing out for them. Everyone else are on the super softs. But John is managing to keep a pace here. As we know, Rahul has been losing pace. John's going to want to try and dispatch Rahul to try and keep Oswin behind here. Rahul looks very shifty in that car. He's not looking comfortable at all. And Oswin's got a front row seat here to the bottom with a 105.740 Oswin Wilson. Patience. Patience is key. Look at how close they are. He peaks now. He's got the inside. Will John give it to him? He's trying to stay in contention, John. He's still there. So is Oswin. Oswin back in the power faster than John Green. He goes by John, almost losing the rear end there. Back in the fight now, Oswin Wilson, and trying to get rid of these guys to get on with his business after pitting before them. No! He accelerates just a bit too soon there and loses the rear end. What a moment there for Oswin Wilson, almost throwing it entirely away there, as these cars are very easily damaged. Rahul doing amazingly well under all this pressure. Ooh, almost an inviting opening of the door there from Rahul Nasseir. But it wasn't meant to be for Oswin Wilson. He's having a look now on the inside. But Rahul says no, no, no. Even faster out of that section there. It's Oswin Wilson. It's a drag race to the line. He gets it, I believe. And John Green too, looking to capitalize on it. Yes, he does. Unfortunately, Rahul Nasseir has been challenged and rattled. He's now lost 2 positions there in 1 turn. Meanwhile, John Green smells blood. He's going to try and pressure Oswin now into a fault. The pressure has now been overturned here on Oswin Wilson as John Green looks to capitalize on the expense of Oswin having to fight back to get ahead here. He is on a slower compound tire, John Green, and he is losing time here to Oswin Wilson. Oswin is gone. So 1.4 second deficit to Oswin Wilson here for John Green. Let's see what it is on the next lap. Oh, he's losing the front end? How can he be possibly losing the front end already? Nope, Oswin is gone. That's 2 seconds I've just seen. While this is going on, Christian Rajnauth is even closer to Sean Lee here, as Christian is trying to reclaim some positions here. Oh, he locks up Christian Rajnauth and almost loses the rear end. And they see Marlon Young there in that 4th position here. It's a battle for points, of course. Oswin in 106.3 and John Green in 107.6 there in pace. So Oswin still ahead of John Green here on the previous lap. Christian Rajnauth with a 108.1 here. He's doing just so better here. You can see him almost slide that car around that first turn. Pressuring Sean Lee. No, he's going to lose it again, and he goes into Sean Lee. We saw that coming there as the rear end just stepped away from him, and he banged that door of Sean Lee. Now he's lost all the momentum he had. Look at the distance he's lost. Meanwhile, Oswin Wilson still turning over to 106s and is still managing a comfortable lead ahead of John Green here. Some 3.5 seconds almost. Meanwhile, the two of them are in a league of their own as Rahul Nasseir is left here in 3rd with 11 seconds to the leader. He's all alone here in 3rd. And Marlon Young behind him in 4th. Sean Lee's not that far away, and Christian Rajnauth has managed to capture him again. .106 again from Oswin Wilson. That's a steady pace from Aussie on those super softs. He's got one more pit stop to see, I believe. He pitted it on the 12th lap of this race. We are now on the 25th lap. So Oswin might be looking to get another pit stop in somewhere around here on those super softs. But he's got to think about John Green. John Green is in contention for that top spot as Christian Rajnauth pulls out now. Has a look on the inside of Sean Lee. He's going to get this done here, Christian. Yes, he does. He manages to get that done. He's up now into 5th position. And closer he is to Marlon Young as well after taking that position there. Rahul Nasseir goes into the pits as well does John Green. Why would John Green pit? I thought he was on a longer strategy. So comes across the line is Marlon Young, Christian Rajnauth, and Sean Lee here. As Rahul Nasseir and John Green are left in the pits. Marlon Young up into 2nd position now, and Christian Rajnauth fighting for that 2nd position right behind him. John Green crosses over, well, he was ahead of him. Ooh, Christian in the slipstream there of Team Xplay's Nissan Altima. Christian being told take the inside as Marlon knows that pace is quite superior there to him in the Nissan Altima. Not to forget, Marlon Young's got ballast on his car as well. Sean Lee now is going to look to challenge Marlon Young as well. Christian is gone into the pits. This is going to be an interesting second segment, I should say. Sean Lee now up on the inside. And he's got a clear shot. Yes, he does. Up now into 2nd position, Sean Lee, but he's still to pit. So 2nd stints are in for Christian Rajnauth. John Green and Rahul Nasseir has just pitted for the first time, I should say. Does get back going there, Christian Rajnauth with John Green just ahead of him. Oswin with the 2nd pit, just as we calculated. And it seems as though he's going to get a free pit stop here to John Green and Christian Rahul Nasseir, who was in contention for 2nd and 3rd positions. So here comes Sean Lee and Marlon Young. Sean pits. Marlon goes ahead. Marlon's got the most work to do here as he is in contention points wise in the championship. He's sitting right now with 48. Only person ahead of them is Justin Nasseir with 75. Oswin does get back out ahead. As I was looking at the points there, he has managed to stay ahead. John Green with a 106.6 now, his fastest of the race as he switched to the super softs. Nope, John Green is back on the softs, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he's lost the rear end, Ozzy, as he came across a back marker there. No fault of the back marker, of course. As Klaus Clint heads into the pits now, Sean Lee is in the pits still. Oh, he's coming out now, ahead of Klaus Clint and Danny Nasseir. But he's now going to be a lap down once Oswin crosses him. Marlon Young some 6 seconds away from Oswin Wilson has got John Green with 14 seconds to spare behind him. Meanwhile, Christian Rajnauth is not that far away from John Green. Marlon is still to pit, so they're all supposed to go up one one position here. Christian looks like he's sliding that car, but it's just his ping there. The latency of seeing his car is that much higher. So that's why we're reading Christian's car as if it's sliding, but it's not. To him, he's racing quite well on his screen, on his computer. So Marlon still is to pit here. And Marlon is currently on the super softs as well. We know Oswin is going to go to the end on those super softs. John Green on the soft tire compound is doing... what's that pace there from John Green? 106.5 on the soft tire compound. So he's turning on the pressure here, John Green. He's trying to increase the lead. So 106.62 from Christian Rajnauth. So Christian is managing to stay here with the pace of John Green. Meanwhile, Rahul Nasseir can see Christian Rajnauth and John Green there in the distance. Sean Lee has managed to end up in 6th position, but a ways away from the top 5. No! Christian Rajnauth with an issue. Gives the position to Rahul Nasseir. Rahul now up into 4th position, but Marlon Young pits, ladies and gentlemen. With John Green doing a 106.5, Rahul Nasseir and Christian Rajnauth will come across Marlon now as he's in the pits. 107.4 and a 113.5 there after Christian has managed to crash out. Well, make a mistake, he didn't really crash out. But John Green now trying to close that lead that Oswin and Wilson has comfortably got ahead of him. And Christian's going to want to fight back for this 3rd position now. Oswin with a 105.572. Oswin putting these super softs to work, ladies and gentlemen.
Game froze.
Rahul Nasseir is saying his game froze, but he's back now. Just probably to give a heads up to Christian Rajnauth, who's really close behind.
Blue flag up.
Let me know when you get close, John.
Christian also close now to Rahul Nasseir. Having a look on the inside here, Christian Rajnauth to Rahul Nasseir. He's going to try it on the braking. But he's not that close enough. Oh, he touches the grass just a bit there, Christian Rajnauth. As they're coming up now to a blue flag marker, Danny's trying to stay out of the way, and he does stay out of the way to let these guys get on with their fight. Oswin has managed to open up another 2 seconds there to John Green. Almost loses the rear end there, Christian Rajnauth. But he's trying to stick close here to Rahul Nasseir to claim that last and final podium position here. There's just 22 minutes left in the race. 105.4 there from Oswin Wilson. Goes even faster now. It's one more second added to John Green's deficit to him. You can see where Christian is gaining his time there. Making a mistake, Rahul Nasseir. He runs that one a bit wide there. Christian a bit tighter through that turn. Oh, it's too wide here from Christian. He's trying to correct it. Rahul is going to step away now from him. No, Christian is closing it in. How did he manage to stay behind him? I don't know. Ooh, too much there. He's had to correct it. Rahul doing great under pressure, but Christian doing quite well as well to hold on and apply the pressure. It's a 106.0 there from Oswin Wilson on that previous lap. 26 seconds later, what is John's pace? Marlon pits. Oh, it's Martin that pits. It's a 107.0 from John Green on that previous lap. Christian getting hesitant now behind Rahul Nasseir. Rahul pulls over to the right to defend. He's going to slip out now, and Christian, I think, went into the rear of him. Such a difficult position there to pass. He has lost some time here. If either of them needs to pit, it's going to have to be within the next 3 minutes, as that is all it is remained here in the pit window. Currently, the only other persons running soft tire compounds are still John Green and Sean Lee. Christian pits. I suppose Rahul would need to pit too, but he's staying out on this lap. Where is Marlon Young? He's an entire lap down from the leaders. As you can see, Oswin Wilson there just getting by. He's currently sitting in 5th position. Christian does not get going just yet. Oh yes, he does, as Oswin is coming around the penultimate turn here, as well as Marlon Young. He's going to manage to stay ahead of Marlon Young, it seems. Or is he? Marlon also close there to Christian Rajnauth. But Christian managing to pull away now from Marlon Young. Where's Rahul Nasseir? Can Rahul manage to hold on here with these tires? He's got only this lap remaining here to pit. He needs to pit at the end of this lap. There's only 1.5 minute here left in the pit window being open. Martin Webster does a 106.8. That's his fastest of the race so far. Rahul does not pit. He's going to stay out. He's going to go once more here. He's doing a 107.5 here. He's going to hope that Christian Rajnauth cannot catch him up. He's going to hope that those tires are going to last him to the end of the race. Maybe the two-stop strategy was not the right call for Christian Rajnauth. We'll know in about 15 minutes time. Meanwhile, Oswin has opened up a gap of nearly 30 seconds here to John Green. Some 29 seconds to John Green. Oswin, even with a mistake here, can get a free pit stop, but it's how long he'll spend in the pit stop that matters. This is not F1. You do not get out within 1.5 seconds or 2 or 3 seconds. No. That's it. The pit window is closed and Rahul Nasseir has chosen to stay out. Klaus Klint here rejoining the race in 8th. Has managed to keep it ahead of Danny Nasseir, who comes across the line now. Two of them pretty close here for 8th and 9th positions. Marlon Young and Martin Webster together here. Once again, Martin Webster has been given the opportunity to unlap himself there by his teammate. Oswin Wilson is in the pits. He's got this free pit stop. He's putting it to use. He's going to change those tires, which is very cumbersome and slow here in Assetto Corsa to change. But it's going to be a fight to the end. Oh, he's got it done already. He's got it done already. Here comes John Green around the corner though. He's back out ahead, but the time is so close now. John on those worn tires, he's doing a 107.4. We're going to have to wait on the following lap to see what Oswin Wilson is doing. Oswin managing to hold on to this race with 2 stops in his strategy. He's coming up against a back marker here in the name of Sean Lee. And it's a very difficult position here to give way. But he's going to want to do that soon, Sean Lee. Right there, he does it. Gets it done there, Oswin Wilson, to get by. Mutual respect being shown there between the two of them. But now John Green, I don't believe he has the pace to win this race. Oh, he's losing the rear end too, it seems. Meanwhile, Rahul Nasseir has got a comfortable lead ahead of Christian Rajnauth. Christian unfortunately not being able to make this strategy work for him. But Rahul Nasseir was probably struggling too on these tires. It's a 105.7 there from Aussie. So Aussie's pulling off 105.7 laps while John Green is doing 10 seconds later, we'll know. Oh, John Green is actually pulling over to the side of the track here, as Rahul Nasseir is doing 107 zeros on that previous lap. Christian Rajnauth coming around the penultimate turn now. Right now, as John is still on the side of the road here. So I'm not quite sure what has happened there with John Green. But Christian goes up into third position. They're all spread out now. But it's this man that has managed to tame this Holden Commodore here at Pukekohe. Oh, he loses the rear end, Oswin Wilson. But he's got 23 seconds to spare. I just hope he didn't put a lot of wear there on those tires as he made that mistake. Where is Rahul Nasseir? He's now entering this section after the mistake there from Oswin Wilson. We're currently under 10 minutes now to go. Such in a comfortable position is Oswin Wilson that he can basically spin the car around. As Rahul Nasseir does the same. You can see Christian Rajnauth there in the back. I wonder if Christian will do the same thing. He hasn't got the luxury of Rahul Nasseir and Oswin Wilson though, as Marlon Young is not that far away. Rahul Nasseir across the line, 117.2. Of course, him losing time there on that previous lap. Christian Rajnauth now across the line with more than 10 seconds, about 10 seconds there, deficit to Rahul Nasseir. Unfortunately, this is how it might end here for Christian Rajnauth, Rahul Nasseir, and Oswin Wilson. Once they can hold it on, no one's going to be able to fight anymore. And I think John Green has given up this bout. He's no part of this championship. He's not in a standing position. And I do believe he's probably considerate enough not to interfere with the points here for these guys. So he's taken himself out of this race, as he has done in quite a few actually in this championship. They're lapping at the same time there per lap. But Christian is managing to close the gap because Rahul keeps making some mistakes, I suppose. He's looking further down the line though.
Good, Oswin.
Yeah, no runs again. Thanks.
So that's a pass there over a back marker for Oswin Wilson. Sean Lee is quite lonely here in this 5th position. Martin and Webster too far away here. Some 43 seconds. Oswin across the line with a 105.8. Keeps on turning those lap times there at crazy speeds. Christian Rajnauth, unfortunately, we're not going to get to see that fight again with Christian and Rahul Nasseir. I was actually hoping that we did get to see it. I want to give you guys one lap here on board with Oswin Wilson. As we're now in crunch time. It's a 105.991. Let's see what he'll do here on this one. That, folks, is a lap of Pukekohe here in New Zealand. 106.0 there, not one of his faster laps, but oh, he makes a mistake there and has had to cut the track. But he's lost time instead of gaining time through that section, I suppose. So he's not given a cut track warning from the system. When he's lost the rear end again, Oswin Wilson making silly mistakes here. But you know what? He actually can afford to do those make those mistakes with 30 seconds here to spare. Sean Lee gets by. Oh no, he does not. He doesn't. And Christian as well. It seems as though the end of life for these tires are creeping up on them within the later stages here. While Rahul Nasseir is heading around the hairpin here, he's continuously losing time, I suppose. Yes, he is, to Christian Rajnauth. Christian is now under 7 seconds to him. Got 2 minutes remain in this race. We've got currently Oswin Wilson on the 51st lap of this race. At Oswin, he's gonna claim this one, and with Marlon Young not managing anything better than a 4th position, as well as Martin Webster, he's gonna grab some well-needed points here, as he's all the way back in 11th position. Sean Lee as well is going to claim some great points here, as well as Christian Rajnauth. Rahul Nasseir too, currently sitting in 7th position. Sorry, Sean Lee's in 4th at the moment, and Christian Rajnauth is in 5th position too. And Rahul Nasseir in 7th there. They're going to manage to claim some great points here to put them up ahead of the final round. He makes another mistake here, Oswin Wilson. Those rears must be dead on this Holden Commodore. This is it. This is going to be the final lap here with 20 seconds remaining on the clock. He's got to just complete the lap now to be winner of this race. Leader is on the final lap. Let's take a look at Rahul Nasseir as well. He's now come across the line. He's now on the final lap as well, as Christian Rajnauth does the same. Christian still is about 8 seconds away from Rahul Nasseir here. It seems as though he's going slow here, Christian Rajnauth. Probably just trying to finish the race here. He's got no one fighting him in the rear. And he's just going to want to cruise here for his 3rd position. Marlon Young now coming around that corner behind him, you saw right there, is the person in 4th. Alright, Ozzy, just bring it down there to the front part of the section. But it's Oswin Wilson, ladies and gentlemen, who wins this one here at Pukekohe. At the head of the front, at the box straight, please, thank you. And Rahul Nasseir will cross the line now in 2nd, followed by Christian Rajnauth. What has happened here with Christian? Oh no! Has he run out of fuel, Christian Rajnauth? He has! Oh no, where is Marlon Young? Marlon Young will take that position from Christian Rajnauth, as Christian is just trying to get to the end of this race. What a sad situation here for the youngster. Will he even get across the line? It's a slow creep from Christian Rajnauth in his beautiful Holden Commodore. Doesn't look like he's even going to get there. No, he's pulling it over. That's it, he's done. He's ran out of fuel here, ladies and gentlemen.
We're parking the car.
Pretty sad. As we can get back here now with these guys.
Let the box straight, Marlon.
Come and find them, come and find them.
How far are you parking the car?
Come quick, no man. You're that far away. Come up, come up. And that, what a turn of events there at the end. I'm so sad there for Christian Rajnauth. Had that 3rd position solidified there and just ran out of fuel on the final lap of this race. As we've got Marlon Young here joining us now. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. Marlon Young, Christian has just run out of fuel there to give you back that position, but you were looking quite racy throughout the entire session, man. How was that?
Yeah, it was wonderful, man. I enjoyed this race. So I just I made one stop and I just tried to strive for consistency. And all I wanted to do was just finish one position behind Christian Rajnauth. However, I beat him at the end, so it worked out. You see, due diligence. So I'm happy. Sorry about what happened to you, Christian, but I'm second in the championship, so a podium is well deserved for me. So thank you.
All right, much appreciated there from Marlon Young. Rahul Nasseir, it seems as though you've lost it throughout this race and then regained it, my friend. Talk us through that one there.
Yeah, we definitely had a car that could probably take the win of this race. Towards before the first stops, around 45 minutes, Christian made just an absolutely reckless dive bomb just after the straight and then that hairpin. He wasn't even alongside of me. I gave him the space, but these cars are just impossible to stop. So he made slight contact with me, but the whole front of my car was completely red. So it was just so hard to control this car. I was using fourth gear around fifth gear corners, and that's how it was about a battle for first with John and Oswin. But other than that, we got the car repaired, and we headed back out, and we got second place. And I also want to mention one other thing. In comment to John's all the cars are not equal, I just want to say that Justin used the exact same car as he did, used the super soft tires only, and he was able to make it all the way to the end and won 3 races in a row and won the championship in the 3rd round. So for me, I didn't have tire issues, but yeah, it is what it is. Congratulations, Oswin. Congratulations, Marlon. Great race.
All right, thanks a lot there from Rahul. We actually weren't hearing what John was saying. We could have barely heard him over the loudness of these cars. Actually, you're gonna have to see if I gotta turn up his mic. But Oswin, my man, another win to the tally, bro. Good race, man. That was a perfect race. Seems like you were unstoppable today.
Yeah, all the time with these supercars, I had the pace to win the races, but due to certain circumstances, due to internet cutting out in all the other rounds, I couldn't get to be on the podium or anything like that. So I decided this round is gonna happen again. So I just put on my head, drive a consistent race, and just work my strategy and turn out wonderful.
Most definitely. We saw you there making a lot of mistakes coming down to the end. Strategy-wise, I was wondering if you were running out of tire at the end there.
Yeah, coming down to the end every 15 minutes, the tires would be dead, completely dead. Nothing in the bars. So basically I was kind of pushing, trying to lock Marlon so I could rub it in his face. But
All right, my guy. Well, thanks a lot for that one, and thanks a lot, guys, for coming out today. Sad to see we lose Kurt so early in the race as well. I think we're gonna have a talk there between Martin and Webster and Kurt Moss. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for coming out today, and I'm gonna step away now to close the stream.
Yeah, lovely, lovely.
All right, folks, I'm going to close you off now. That was the 4th round of our Caribbean Special Class Series featuring the V8 Supercars. All right, folks. Well, I just want to say thanks a lot for joining us once more. We see you guys in the comments there enjoying this bout as usual. Hey, if you're new to us, like, subscribe, and share the YouTube video here with your friends and family in case they might be interested in seeing what beautiful races we have got here at CSRO. All right, this one is not over yet. We've got one more round, and we're going to head to Adelaide in Australia there to complete it. That's going to be on the... Hold on, let me just get my trusty old calendar up here. Right, so good. So that championship is going to complete on May is it May? No, June 5th at Adelaide. Right now, we are going to go on to the final round of our Caribbean Endurance Championship, which is scheduled for next Saturday, May 22nd. And we're going to head to the infamous Le Mans with our endurance cars. So don't forget to join us for that one. Stay tuned to all of our social media outlets to know what's going on. And if you'd like to race with us, send us a message on those social media outlets. All the information is down there in the description of this video. I like to say be safe there out there, folks. And until the next one, have a great weekend. Goodbye.
I found peace in the dark of night. Tabletops counting nerves in the early hours. Stone cold inside. Banging drop stanzas, never needing answers. We wander all alone, but we can't find the street lights gone. We wander all alone, but we can't deny we are the street light people. chasing whatever kills. For so long, I forgot how it feels. In the dark of night, tabletops counting eyes in the early hours. Stone cold inside, banging drops dead inside.